I was in the top 1% of affiliates for TikTok Shop in 2025, and I'm one of the only affiliates in the entire world who has hit a 6-figure profit month multiple times. And the most important skill that was able to help me do this was understanding how to write scripts. Because the reality is, if you don't know what to say in your content for the hook, for the body, for the call to action, you're going to struggle converting views into sales. So what I'm about to share in this video is exactly how I write my scripts using AI that draw in thousands of sales per month, so you can just apply this and try it for yourself. So lock in, turn off all other distractions, and let's get right into it. Now, before you think about opening ChatGPT, there's something that you need to understand, and it's the biggest mistake that people make when they're starting out, and it's the fact that you are trying to write scripts completely from scratch. Like even myself, who has been doing this for a very long time, I can write scripts off the dome, but I prefer to take an already proven winning concept and just add my own unique flair to that. Because if you just open up ChatGPT and tell it to write me a TikTok Shop script about this product, you don't provide any sort of context, you don't know what pain points to hit on, you're not giving it anything to work with, you should not be surprised when your video fucking flops. So just asking ChatGPT or whatever AI you're using, Claude, Manus, to write a script for you is not going to work. So the real method isn't to create scripts from scratch, it's to reverse engineer what is already working on the FYP. And this is because the algorithm is literally already telling you what is converting well. So your job as an affiliate isn't to reinvent the wheel. Your job is to find what's already working and just find a way to do it better. Think about it like this. Why would you spend 2 hours writing a script from your head when you could literally just spend 10 minutes finding one that you know has generated thousands of dollars in sales? And if you just follow what I'm about to show you, it's gonna do the same for you. So when you leverage data, it removes any sort of emotion. You might think that your hook idea is fire and maybe you are a very creative person, but the market doesn't care what you think. It only cares about what is already converting. So guys, I'm telling you right now, spend a few minutes researching before you start your script writing process, because this is going to become so much easier and you're actually going to start to see sales. Now, one very important caveat is you must have a winning product. I have tons of videos on the channel breaking down exactly how to find a winning product, but just really quickly, you want your product to ensure it is being boosted by GMB Max, which means that it has ad spend behind it. You wanna make sure that it fits your unicorn, which means, are you a believable person that would actually be using that product? I always give this example, but if you are a guy that's ripped, jacked, in shape, then you could absolutely crush with supplements or some sort of weightlifting equipment or workout clothing. If you're a woman that's in her 40s, but you always get complimented that you look like you're in your 20s, then you should be doing some sort of skincare or anti-aging cream, because people are gonna believe that and they're gonna be much more likely to buy, versus when you're promoting products where you don't look like the avatar or the target audience, it's not gonna make sense and your conversions are gonna suffer significantly. So just understand that not every product is for you, but that's okay. Because when you do find the product that is for you, you are going to print. You also wanna make sure that the product is on an uptrend. This is why it's also so important to use a research tool like Callow Data. And I also like the products that I'm promoting to have good reviews with potential to scale. This is simply to avoid anyone returning the item, and then that's gonna dip into your commissions. And when I say potential to scale, that usually means two things. Does it have a healthy amount of items in stock? And also, are the commissions worth your while? There's a lot of products that you can absolutely rip with that can get you thousands of sales, but maybe the commission is only like 30 or 40 cents. I made that mistake once by promoting this like sinus nasal rinse, and I was getting thousands of sales, but the commission was like 30 or 40 cents and I barely made anything. And that's not how you want to leverage your time. Versus if you choose a product that has a really healthy amount of commission, it's going to be able to scale so much easier. So would you rather have 100 sales with 20-cent commission, which would literally only be $20, or 100 sales with $20 commission per sale, which would be $2,000 in commissions? So now that you have a product in mind, you're gonna use a research tool like Callow Data. This is my #1 go-to. It's literally what I use every single day. I spend 1 to 2 hours on this every day. If you're not already on Callow Data, you can use code Sebastian and that will save you a ton of money in the long run. But basically with this, you're gonna be able to find all of the top products, all of the top brands, all of the top videos that are converting right now. So we are not actually gonna get into product research inside of this video, because like I said, I have tons of videos covering that, but we're just gonna go with a product that I know is a proven winner and has made my clients thousands of dollars, which is the Dr. Dent Purple Teeth Whitening Strips. So we can actually filter by the last 7 days, and this is gonna show you what videos are printing as of right now. One little pro tip is you wanna pick videos that match who you are as a creator. So if you're a woman, obviously you could go with something like this one. Or if you are on the older side, you could go with something like this. And a really good sign is if you see a lot of different creators promoting this product that are printing. So as you guys can see, this guy seems to be the top creator for this product, 90K revenue with one video, 60K with another, 30K with another, but then you have another creator that has done 30K with a single video, another creator that has done 24K with his video, another creator that has done 21K with his video. So that is a really good sign that you can absolutely print with this. So I'm gonna go ahead and look through these videos and pick one that I feel like I could replicate and add my own unique twist to it. So it seems like this creator has been doing a style that he knows is working for him. And obviously when you find a style that is printing, you wanna keep replicating it, because as you guys can see, he's literally repeated himself in 3 different videos, and they are all the top 3 ranked videos. So we're just gonna go with the one that has gotten the most amount of sales.
And I only did my top teeth because I want to see what my bottom teeth look like compared to my top teeth. So I'm gonna wait 30 minutes and I'll be back. All right, it's been about 30 minutes. I shot everything, so let's see the results. Hey, hold up. Dang, look how purple my teeth are. Oh, let me keep wiping. Look at my bottom compared to my top. Hold up. That is crazy. Look at that. I just brushed it all off. As you can see, made my teeth way wider than the bottom. So these are the only ones that I can afford that actually work for me. So I'm gonna leave a link to them if you do want to cop them. So I got you. They said they cut.
Yeah, so I can definitely tell why this video worked. It is definitely very natural. He's not like overhyping the product at all. Obviously, he is quite literally showing in the video that the product works. It does what it says it's gonna do. It makes your teeth whiter. I definitely think there's a few things we can do with the script and with the video to make it even better. So yeah, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and get this video. This is another reason I really love Calo data, because you can actually export the transcript, which is basically the script of the video. And boom, we have it right here. So all we're gonna do is go ahead and copy this. So what I actually like to do is when it gives us the transcript, it's just all in one paragraph, but I like to break down each section manually first. And that way I understand the entire structure and direction before I even touch ChatGPT. So the structure that I really like to use is hook, story, proof, CTA. Okay, so for the hook, this would be this part. So we're gonna plug that in right here and then delete that. For the story, it looks like this part is the story. Boom, delete that, put that where the story's at. For the proof, obviously this is the part where he shows off that visual transformation. And sometimes when you do get the transcript, it might not spell everything correctly. So just make sure that you spell everything correctly when you're breaking it down into sections like this. So he basically used the exact structure that I follow and that I teach all of my clients. And that's one of the main reasons why it did pop. So before plugging it into ChatGPT, I think one thing that's really important to do is actually understand why this worked. So pay attention to the hook style and what they said or did in the first 3 seconds. You know, was it a question? Was it a bold claim, an insecurity trigger? And with this one, what I can see is that this really piqued curiosity, because people that are watching this, they're like, you know, what do you mean? Like you're cutting it in half and then peeling it and stretching it. And they're gonna wanna keep watching to see exactly like what's going on in the video. He also did a very good job right here by piquing even more curiosity by saying, hey, I'm only gonna do it on my top teeth and not my bottom. This way we can see if this product actually works. So it makes people wanna watch all the way to the end to see what the difference is gonna be and if this product actually works. With the story, he's pretty much just saying exactly what he's doing right now. You know, I'm just gonna wait 30 minutes. After I wait these 30 minutes, we're gonna be able to see the results. Also, he had a little bit of rage bait by saying I showered and everything, because people are gonna be like, what do you mean you showered? Like, what does that have to do with the video? So those are little things that you can include within your videos to get people maybe to comment or just keep watching. You also wanna notice the pacing. When you're watching this guy's video, he has multiple cuts. He's showing the product in different angles. He's showing himself putting it on and then taking it off, which makes the video really engaging. You also wanna study, like, how does this video make you feel? Does it bring up any emotions? I will say with this video, it was very monotone, very natural, but hey, sometimes that is what works. So I don't really feel like there's a huge emotion that this is gonna cause in the viewer, unless they're already struggling with not having white teeth. But in a lot of top videos, you will notice that there's some sort of emotion that's gonna be triggered inside of you. And then of course, one of the most important parts of your video is that call to action. So he kept it pretty simple. He's not saying like, hey, they're having a crazy sale right now, or these have been going viral and they're selling out. He just literally said, so I'm gonna leave a link to them. If you wanna cop them, I got you. He also mentioned the affordability, which is definitely something you can do with more affordable / cheaper products. So that was pretty smart of him. But this is why it's so important to start start to break down videos because you're gonna notice that they all follow a pretty similar structure, and 99% of affiliates are not willing to do this level of deep work, and that's why their videos never really take off, because they're just copying and they're not understanding like why the video worked in the first place. But when you're able to analyze at this sort of level, you start to break down the psychology, and that's when you start to outperform every other affiliate. So doing this is gonna allow you to recreate success with any sort of product, and instead of just copying a video word for word, you're gonna start to engineer your own creation. You're gonna understand what to keep and what to change when you make your variations. And as you do this more and more, it's gonna get easier, and it's gonna teach you the patterns that you'll be able to use forever when it comes to making your content. And I'm telling you right now, this exact approach is literally what I've done to generate millions of dollars in sales with TikTok Shop Affiliate. It's what I teach all of my clients. This is exactly how we helped Chris go from $1,000 to $2,000 a month to hitting his first $30,000 profit month in Q4. This is how we helped Nico hit his first $18,000 profit month. We helped Hugo buy his dream car through doing TikTok Shop Affiliate by teaching him this structure. We helped Brady hit a $9,000 profit month. We helped one of our Spanish speaking clients, Alexander, hit a $15,000 profit month. Most recently, we helped our client Roberto hit a $10,000 profit month this month. And this is all because they stopped guessing on their content and started using a proven process. So if you want to learn from someone who's not only done this for himself, but has helped tons of other affiliates see success with TikTok Shop, then I would highly implore you to click that first link inside of the description, and you can apply to join a 7-figure affiliate. Now, let me show you exactly where AI actually comes in and how it can save you hours weekly. So what we're gonna do is go ahead and copy this, and this is where AI is gonna do most of the heavy lifting. If you don't have the plus version of ChatGPT, I definitely recommend that you do get it, because it makes this entire process so much better, and your scripts are also gonna come out a lot higher quality. So definitely make the investment in it, guys. I think if you're not using AI beyond 2026, you're just gonna get left behind. Now, before we go ahead and plug this in, it is very important that you understand that you're not using AI to write the script from scratch. That's what everyone else does, and that's exactly why their scripts suck ass and sound extremely robotic and boring and monotone. Instead, you're using AI to extract the psychology points behind the video, and all you have to do is paste the script that we just fixed up in a Google Doc. So what I like to do is, after I plug in the script that we just wrote out, is I like to ask it 3 specific questions. Why did this work psychologically? What emotions are being triggered, and what persuasion principles are being used? And this is gonna pull out the specific tactics that were used in the video, like pain amplification, desire projection, urgency, social proof, loss aversion, identity selling. These may sound like really crazy concepts, but it's just basic marketing principles. So let's go ahead and enter. And exactly like I said, it sacks curiosity, it shows the demonstration, self-comparison, and the affordability, exactly like I said in that CTA, which hits several powerful buying triggers at once, and it's gonna give you the breakdown. So it's gonna tell you what emotions are being triggered. Yeah, the main one in this video was curiosity, exactly like we said. When he said, they said to cut it in half, I only did my top teeth. This creates an open loop because viewers want to see the comparison, and humans hate incomplete information, so they wanna keep watching till the end. Hope, let's see the results. Suggests that a transformation is coming, and hope is one of the strongest direct response emotions. Then obviously you have the proof when he showed it, and that caused a shock or surprise in the viewers. The unexpected visual reaction keeps engagement high. Surprise increases retention and memorability. You have the satisfaction because he showed the visual contrast, which delivers that emotional payoff, and the viewers are gonna be able to feel that result. Another really good thing that he did with the CTA, like we mentioned, is when he said, these are the only ones I can afford that actually work for me. So that definitely gets rid of any fear and price anxiety, and it makes the product feel attainable for everyone. Getting into the next question, what were the persuasion principles being used? Of course, demonstrating it. Instead of just saying like, hey, these really make your teeth white, you need to go get them, he literally showed the results live. So that visual proof is gonna beat claims every single time. You have the curiosity gap, which makes people wanna stay till the end to make sure that this product actually works. You have the contrast effect, which is what he did when he did it on just his top teeth instead of on his bottom as well. So you're able to actually see that side-by-side comparison, which exaggerates the perceived improvement. You have the relatability when he said, I can only afford these, because it makes it feel a lot more honest and makes the recommendation feel unbiased. And then his CTA was pretty soft, just saying like, I'll leave a link if you want. And so that CTA can work, where you're not being too pushy, it can increase trust, and it just feels like you're helping the viewer out, not really being super salesy. Now, let's go ahead and talk about the deeper psychological mechanism, why it actually converted, okay? So this video activates a try it yourself mental simulation loop, because the viewer is gonna subconsciously be thinking, hey, like that could be my teeth. It's so simple, it's cheap, clearly it works. And these are the types of thoughts that they're gonna have in their head as they're watching this piece of content. And so the reason this also works so well compared to a lot of other videos is because a lot of other videos, they overexplain explain, they overclaim, they don't have any visual proof. But this one actually shows you the real process live. It shows the time passing. It shows the reaction where he's being very honest and not like over the top, like, oh my God, this actually changed my teeth. Like people really crave that authenticity and relatability. And it shows that visible difference, which is probably the most important part of the video. It also breaks down why the CTA works so good. So again, he said, so these are the only ones I can afford that actually work for me. And so this is hitting 3 triggers simultaneously because he said, these are the only ones that work for me. It's the scarcity of good options because he said, these are the only ones that work. And of course, the price safety. People aren't gonna get price anxiety when he says that these are the only ones I can afford. And then the CTA, I'll leave a link if you want. Again, that removes any sort of pressure. It doesn't sound overly salesy and it helps preserve that trust. So now that you've extracted the psychology, you can have AI rewrite it into your own script. But here is the important part, guys. You have to inject your own personality into this because no one's gonna stop for another generic TikTok shop pitch where as soon as they see the orange shopping cart, they're just gonna keep scrolling because you sound like every other person that's just copying this video. So all you have to do is tell ChatGPT to create the script with the same structure but new words. So we can say something like, now remake this script keeping all of these same concepts but with new words and that match who I am. Obviously by saying and that match who I am, this is gonna depend on how much information ChatGPT has on you. I use ChatGPT every single day, so it knows a lot about me. So let's go ahead and see what it cooks up. So this is the script that it gave us. And of course it's gonna sound pretty similar to the one that we gave it because you're literally telling it like, hey, keep the same concepts. But what we're gonna go ahead and do is copy this and then put it into the document. And this part is very important because you want it to sound like you and not like you're just copying word for word or like a robot. The script should feel natural when you say it out loud. It should sound like you. So if you're noticing that it put things that maybe you normally wouldn't say, like I'm looking at it right now, I would never say the word gimmick. That's not who I am. So we're definitely gonna change this up a little bit to sound more like us. Maybe add in a few things or take away some things that I feel like could make the video convert even better. And I will get back to you guys and tell you exactly what I changed. So I think for the hook, something that I would do is I would actually, instead of cutting it with some scissors, I would use something fucking crazy to cut the strips. So I definitely think to separate myself from everyone that's just doing the same thing, cutting it with some scissors, I would use either a machete or just a big ass ninja knife to cut it. And that is definitely gonna separate you from everyone that's just doing the scissors. So instead of saying, so I only did my top teeth, I'm gonna say, and I'm only gonna do my top teeth because I wanna see the real difference between the top and bottom. And something I would do just for some more rage bait, I would say, and I'm only gonna do my bottom teeth, but I'm still gonna put it on my top teeth as I'm creating the video. Again, this is just a form of like rage bait. People are gonna be like, dude, you said you're gonna put it on your bottom teeth, but you put it on your top teeth. They're gonna think you're dumb, but that might lead to them commenting, which is gonna boost the video even more. So these are the things I'm talking about, guys. Like when you're making your scripts, like see how can you make it different? How can you add your own unique personality to it to make it better? So we got the story right here. So I changed up the story. I said, I'm gonna give it about 30 minutes and come back so we can actually see if the stuff is legit or just another bullshit scam. Something about me is I curse a lot. That's just who I am as a person. I'm trying to work on it, but you know, that's how I talk in my content. So I think that this is gonna really bring in another level of trust because I'm literally telling them like, dude, I just wanna see if this is another bullshit scam and I'm gonna save you some money. So I think this really makes it my own video. Something else, like in terms of adding some more engagement bait / rage bait, is make your wallpaper really funny. So as you're showing your phone with the timer, just include a really funny meme or photo. This way you can get some more comments. Now for the rest of the story, all right, it's been about 30 minutes. I even hopped in the shower while I waited. Let's check it out. So instead of saying this, I'm gonna actually go back to ChatGPT and I'm gonna ask it what I can say instead of that is funny. I'm not really fucking with any of these, I'm not gonna lie. So I think I would just, yeah, I would just say this, but I would add in some shots, some B-roll shots of me actually walking around my house, doing something funny or something weird. And again, that is gonna make your video really be more unique. Now for the proof, hold on, why are my teeth purple? Let me wipe this off real quick. That was actually some engagement bait that he did in the video. He said, why are my teeth purple? He said that he meant to say white, but you know, it's still gonna get people to comment. So I think I would keep this is fine. Instead of saying, just look at this, I think I would say something like, oh my God, look at this. And like in that exact tonality. And I'd be like top versus bottom. That is actually crazy. I literally just brushed it off and the top is noticeably wider than the bottom. You can see the difference clear as day. So one other thing that I would add to this is I would throw in a before photo. Even though in the beginning of the video, that was technically the before, I think adding another layer of like immediate proof that this noticeably made your teeth a lot wider, I think that that would really help with conversions and show off that visual transformation even more. So I just put right here, add in an overlay image of yellow teeth, just kind of as another reminder to show them how well this product works. Now let's break down the call to action. Honestly, these are the only whitening ones I found that are affordable and actually work. So something that I would add instead of saying actually work, because I think pretty much all whitening strips work, is I would say, and don't make my teeth sensitive. Again, you know, I kind of have that blunt personality where I cuss, so this just sounds more like me, but it's like another angle. Instead of just saying like, hey, these actually work, instead I'm saying like, these are affordable and they don't make my teeth super sensitive, because that's a problem with a lot of whitening strips. So we're gonna try that unique take for the CTA. If you wanna try the same ones that I used, I'll drop the link for you. Yeah, this is, again, it's a soft CTA. It's what worked for him, so it'll probably work for you. But yeah, pretty much these are all the things that we changed in the script that ChatGPT gave us that makes it our own. So we added a lot more engagement bait, rage bait, I feel like more funny moments as well. Added a little bit more proof by adding in that overlay image of the yellow teeth. And then by switching this up, instead of saying, hey, grab these whitening strips because they actually work, we're gonna say because they're affordable and don't make my teeth sensitive as fuck like the other ones. And this is pretty much the final script, guys. So once you have this, the beauty is that you can literally just plug in this new version of your script into ChatGPT and ask it to make you variations. The way I would go about it is I would use a new angle for the hook every single time where you're targeting different avatars. So maybe in one of them, you're targeting people that are really insecure about having yellow teeth. Maybe one of them, now that Valentine's is around the corner, you can target people that want to look great on Valentine's Day for their dates. You can do one angle where you're targeting people that are tired of teeth whitening strips that make your teeth super sensitive and it feels like they're burning. That's a really huge pain point. You could do one angle where you're targeting looks maxers. So like, I'm literally just giving you guys a ton of different angles to attack here, but this is how you want to start thinking about your scripts. Once you have one, you can literally repurpose it into tens of hundreds of scripts just by switching up that hook and who you're targeting in the video. And if you are doing this product or any sort of teeth whitening strips, I definitely think that looks maxing angle you could absolutely rip with, because that's like a really huge thing that a lot of young guys are caring about right now. So I think you could print with that. And I know that this might seem like a lot of work just for one video, but I'm telling you right now, guys, putting in this extra level of effort and attention to detail and care into your videos is literally what is gonna separate you from every other affiliate. Like I'm telling you right now, 99% of affiliates are not doing this level of deep work. They're not thinking about the psychology of why a video worked. They're not remaking it and repurposing it. They're not asking ChatGPT how to make it better. They're not thinking of all of these creative things to add into your scripts. And so it may take a little bit more effort, a little bit more time and energy, but truly all it takes is just one video to change your life. I mean, you guys literally see that this video right here did almost 6 figures in revenue. He keeps 20% of that. That's $20,000 in commissions from a single video. I mean, I think it's worth it to put in a little bit extra effort if it means that you're gonna have a higher likelihood of achieving results like that. And this is exactly how I've been able to generate multiple high converting scripts every single day, and how I use AI to automate it and make my life easier. And it's exactly how I've been able to generate over $3 million in revenue with TikTok Shop. So to recap, make sure that you have a winning product first, because otherwise none of this other stuff matters. Find a proven winning video that you feel like you can replicate, break down the psychology of it, plug it into AI to come up with your own version, and fine tune it to make it your own. Now you have a proven winning script, and then it's just about posting more volume from there. That is literally it. But if you do want to take this even further and you want me to personally help you on your TikTok Shop affiliate journey, then you can click that first link in the description to apply to join 7-figure affiliate. And there's literally nobody that comes close to the results that we have. I mean, look at this, guys. Nico hit an $18,000 profit month in Q4. We helped Alexander, who does purely just Spanish content, because of course your boy is bilingual. We helped him hit a $15,000 profit month. Look at this, guys. Roberto hit a $10,000 profit month literally this month. Insane. Alberto hit an $11,000 profit month. Chris hit a $30,000 profit month. We helped David hit a $6,000 profit month. Diana, a Spanish-speaking mom, hit a $6,000 profit month. And Nico with another $16,000 profit month. Absolutely insane. We helped Brady hit a $9.6 thousand profit month. And we helped Sierra hit a $7,000 profit month in Q4. So yeah, guys, obviously these videos are meant to give you value and help you out, but also know that nobody is coming to save you. So if you're ready to see the best results you ever have with TikTok Shop Affiliate, you know who to come to. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a blessed day. I'll see you in the next one.